Well, hello there. Well, hello there. Welcome to Tower Fantasy video. Yes, the time has finally come. Lynn is out and I'll be rolling. So ever since starting to play this game, I rolled for the initial Nemesis banner, got a few Venuses, and after that, you know, seeing because China has this game out and they have their characters already like in place, and seeing what's like good, what's popping over there, it seems like Lin was always the best character to roll for, um, especially for someone like me. You can see the taniums. Light spender, not a crazy, not like I'm not whaling or anything, but I do spend a little bit, and even for free to play, I just think Lin is the best character. There's a lot of reasons. Personally, since I rolled for Nemesis, it's kind of like I'm kind of stuck in Volt. Just want to use my resources efficiently, and so like I probably should like stick to Volt. And like yeah, we haven't gotten any other Volt characters in the game. Um, and it's just it's rough out here for Volt mains, and so Lynn is just good because she works with any element. You can use her with Frost, you can use her with Flame, and and she's just really good. And also, content in this game is pretty harsh, and like if there's an enemy or there's just an instance that there is Volt resistance, then as a Volt main, you're kind of screwed. Or even if you're free to play or you're a light spender, you probably focus on like one element, whether that be Flame or Frost. And then sometimes if you get an instance where, it's resistant, whether that be in against Frontier Clash or whatever, then it's kind of harsh against you. So having a weapon like the Shadowweave here, which is altered, it's not going to be resistant in any element. So this is really good. But also, the team that I currently use, is going to be the Meryl's weapon, the Venus, and then the dual blasters, right? And well, just some good rotations with the electro weapons. It's kind of just awkward because like having multiple elements means that you're not fully utilizing your attack stats. So like for my Volt stat, you can see it's much higher because like that's how I kind of like catered my equipment to. And so my Frost damage is significantly lower just because of how my equipment is. But how Altered works is that it takes the highest attack stat. And so it's super good because like takes the highest attack stat, and so it's going to be matching whatever your main element is. So just really good. Just a bunch of reasons, but let's not keep on stalling. Let's get rolling, right? My goal for Lynn is I definitely want three. I mean, as free to play, in my opinion, I think you kind of have to roll for Shadowweave, or free to play or Lightspan. You kind of have to roll for this because it's just so good. It's gonna make your life so much easier. It also buffs, like for Volt, for me especially, since I'm a Volt main. The buffs are just insane. You get whenever you I don't even know, like I guess we can look at it here, right? What is this? Oh my goodness! I just logged into this game. Honestly, the update just dropped, and like I'm kind of a sad onion here. It's like already what's it? Awake just to roll. I don't. Where does it say it? Pass skill, right? Yeah. So for Volt, you can see here 65% chance of not consuming dodge when attempting to dodge. Again, how I play the game, you're right. I'm also not only a Volt main, but I'm a healer main. This is my healer setup. Boom, healer setup done. You know what I'm saying? Like the switching is super fast, And yeah. And for heal setup, you know, usually how I play heal is I just do this. Boom, boom. Well, you know, I obviously give it a little bit more space between, right? Summon a bee, and then I do this, you know, and then I'm hitting the true. Because when you do this, it slows the enemy down, which in my opinion is pretty good when in team play. Because when you slow the enemy down, then it becomes more predictable. Sometimes I guess triggering Fantasia might be a bit difficult, but yeah. So I'm dashing a lot to use this, and also when you dash with Nemesis weapon with Venus, it provides like a healing buff, right? But then also, you know, if I want to go on the offense, you know, with Samir weapon, because my Samir is at my Samir weapon dual star is at 7 copies, and so I'm just helicoptering. You know, I'm just doing this all day, and then you know my crit's not that good, but you know every time you hit a crit, you know it triggers explosion, and it makes your skill charge faster. I'm not hitting any enemies right now, so you don't see the skill which I just used down here. It like mines this time. But anyways, a reason why I mentioned that is because when you do the helicopter, it consumes stamina, right? You see how the stamina is consumed, and how I believe Shadowweave works. I believe it's not only her weapon that you use, but I think it's like when you're in that realm, um, endurance. You see that endurance? It's like your attacks are increased by 50%, so you just get a base attack increase, right? And then jumping increased 20%, which means that you can get more height consistency with your helicopters. And then stamina consumption is reduced by 50%. So you're helicoptering a lot more time, for a long time. And again, I just think, yeah, this weapon is kind of perfect for what I'm trying to do. Because, like, you know, sometimes my teammates are Papega and they can't do damage, and so I kind of have to switch to like healer mode. I gotta switch to like attacker mode. You know, I gotta switch to DPS, and so yeah, I'm helicoptering instead of, you know, and then you know I can spend some of my dashes doing this, and I'll recharge stamina. You know, I'm doing this again. So that's kind of like the rotation I have. Something to be once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Um, Enough stalling. Let's roll. My goal, I set this, is to get you know, obviously, you know, I want 7 copies, you know, max out the weapon. But realistically, my gems, I don't have enough. You know, I have like 340, 50 rolls or something like that. So if I get incredibly lucky, you know, I can get, you know, I might be able to get 7 copies. 7 copies. So I don't like saying like, people say like it's like A0 is a 1 copy, and then A6, for example, is 7 copies. The whole A thing, and then like in Genshin is a different term. It's like C, so C1, C0, right? And then like in Pokemon Masters, like 1 copy is actually, I guess you can say C or A1, because 1 copy, it doesn't start as 0. At 1 copy, you already have like 1 contributor. That's the same thing with like Octopath Traveler. Actually, I think Octopath Traveler starts out at 0 too. But anyways, it's just confusing, and so how I say it is like 1 copy or 0 copies, or like, you know. So to max out a weapon in this game is 7 copies. So I'm gonna say 7 copies. So I want A3, which is 4 copies. That's my goal. 4 copies with the amount of gems I have. Again, I'm also a support main, a healer main, so I do want Lyra. I think Lyra is going to be super important on my account, and so that's why, you know, I do want to save a little bit of gems so I can guarantee a Lyra. Also, do want to be a physical main down the line, but I just do want just 1 copy of Lyra is good enough for me. So, anyways, my goal here is to, yeah. There's also my philosophy for rolling. Just before we start rolling, I think it's important to be super stingy with your currency. So every time you roll, you get flame gold, right? You get a little bit of the flame gold. If you roll into a 4-star weapon that you already have max, or a 5-star weapon that you already have max, or I guess SSR, or SR. I don't think they're 5 stars or 4 stars in this game. But anyways, you know, you get extra flame gold. But usually the break point is like you get like 11 flame gold every like 10 rolls or something like that. And so in, for example, 110 rolls, you're gonna hit the breakpoint of about 120 flame gold, and that's one Shadow Weaver. And I think as a free to play and as a light spender, you should honestly try to aim for those breakpoints and not go over and not go under. You know what I'm saying? So like for example, the breakpoints, in my opinion, are gonna be like 110 rolls, 220 rolls, 330 rolls, and then like so forth. So you add like n times 110. 110 times n, and n is going to be like the number of breakpoints, right? And so yeah, you could go over that and try to get the Lin matrix box, but I think you should really focus on, for example, like if you can't hit those breakpoints, in my opinion, how I'm gonna roll is if I'm not gonna hit those breakpoints, I don't think it's worth rolling at all. Just because, like, let's say you roll like let's say you roll like 160 times, because 160 times is going to get you two pities, right? Two pities, so two 5-stars guaranteed. And after you roll 160 times, right, you're probably gonna have about 175, 180 currency, and then let's say that's it, you're done rolling, and then you just buy one copy of the weapon in the shop, and then like the other currency is just kind of wasted. While instead, if you were to continue to the breakpoint of like around 220 rolls, you get you know what I mean, right? So I just think it's important to hit those breakpoints so that you use your flame gold efficiently and like they're not wasted. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. Anyways, enough blabbering. Let's just roll. And then I'll also talk about my philosophy of the matrices. So the matrices, I think that are also the same philosophy. Is you have to hit those breakpoints, but because of how the matrices work, I think that I'm personally not going to roll for Lin matrices at the moment, just because I barely have any matrices rolls, and I feel like getting the character at 7 copies, Lin character at 7 copies is more important. Why did I get 100,000 gold? Always comes from the event. Yeah, we see. So I just think it's a lot more important to get Lins. And like I could spend and roll and try to hit like the pity and then hit the box so I can get 2-piece. But again, I feel like I'm just missing out on rolls of the character. It doesn't make sense. I don't know if this is making sense. Make sure I'm rolling for the weapon. Yeah. But anyways, so I'm not gonna roll for the matrices this time around. Also, in the China version of this game, Fenrir's matrices seem like super powerful, and Lin matrices doesn't seem like that sick. So I just think that I don't really have enough resources to roll into matrices, and I also should just focus on like the characters, right? But anyways, we didn't get a character before 80, so unlucky. Or we didn't get 5 stars before 80, but this will be our 5-star, our first 5-star here, guaranteed. And hopefully, we win the 50-50. And if we don't, big sadness. Big sadness, guys. This is big sadness. So yeah, see, so we have 90 now, and so we're just gonna keep going until we get like 220. So at the current moment, I'm gonna roll until I get 220. Oh, not 220. 240. 240 flame gold, and it will go from there. By the way, my Meryl is like, I mean, I do use Meryl, don't get me wrong. So it's gonna be, I'm gonna have 6 copies of Meryl. So I mean, I guess out of all the 5-stars I could have gotten, like Meryl is the one I would need to upgrade. I would have liked to get more flame gold, because if you get EM, or if I gotten the EM, I would have gotten more flame gold. But anyways, let's just keep going. Is there anything else I need to say while we're rolling here? Ooh, a lot of flame gold there. Now we're gonna jump into our dark crystals here. I've exhausted all my rolls. Oh, actually, I should use this before I forget. I have extra 5 rolls here. Bam. I got this from like the Gajapon machines, right? So that's fun. let's use that again. Kind of want to be. You kind of want to use all your rolls first, right? And then you go into your dark crystals. The dark crystals can be used for anything, matrix beads or characters, I should say. So yeah. We are not hitting any 5-stars here. We are not hitting any 5-stars. Oh, you saw that? I got a 5-star early here, but I don't know what it was. It could have been Shadowweave. Oh, also, I want to mention this. Let's go. We got one. We take those. I don't think so. I've seen a lot of people rolls and like, oh my gosh, I have a sticky note here. I've been saving the sticky note for today actually. So I saw a lot of Saki rolls, and it seems like getting 4 copies is like pretty. So what? Okay, four copies of Lin, or Saki, I should say, Saki Fua. So like this person, 4 copies of her. I saw people get 4 copies around 160 rolls, 215 rolls, 280 rolls, which was pretty unlucky, and then 176 rolls. So like those are pretty huge numbers, right? Those are pretty huge numbers, or small numbers, I should say, because 160 is about like less than 2 breakpoints, right? Because 160 rolls would not, it would be like 170. And so like yeah, it's pretty possible to get like 4 copies of a 5-star like pretty early. So it's good that we got 1 copy of Lin already. We've passed our first breakpoint, by the way. So like I'm gonna keep rolling. Oh, I didn't say what would happen if I don't reach 4 copies of Lin. So I'm gonna hit the 240 flame gold breakpoint, and then if I have Lin at 4 copies, I'm probably gonna stop rolling. And then if I have, okay, this is our 5-star. If I have Lin at 4 copies, I'll probably stop rolling and see what I'll do next. If I hit the 240 flame gold and I don't have 4 copies of Lin, like I have less than 4 copies, then I'll probably keep rolling until I get the 4 copies, because I think it's really important to get 4 copies. However, I mean, it doesn't look like I'm on track here, but like if I hit the 420 flame gold breakpoint, and I have more than, I have more than 4 copies, I have 5 copies, then we might be able to pull out a C7, or not C7, an A6, which would be the 7 copies, right? But anyways, I mean, I don't know if that makes sense. But like, yeah, we'll just keep rolling. Bottom line is, we'll just keep rolling. No, that's not Lin. So yeah, it looks like we're not quite there yet. So we already have 2 copies. So 1 copy is I rolled, and then 1 copy I can buy with flame gold here. So yeah, let's see. Okay, we're almost close to the break point here. The 205. We can put a 10 roll here, but then after this, oh, we got a 5-star. You saw it on the side right there. We have a 5-star. What was that text? Wait, we didn't get a 5-star? Oh, it was probably a 5-star from like the items I get from rolling or something. All right, I'm just gonna put a 10 roll here. Oh, we got another thing. I don't know what that was. We're just gonna put another roll in here. All right. Well, we have hit the break. Well, we'll essentially hit the break point. 2 more rolls. It will be the 240 break point, and it's 2 copies. And so, like I said, I only have at this point, like again, 2 more rolls, right? Oh shit, I'm already there. I only have 3 copies, which is pretty miserable, I think. So how many rolls am I in? 50 plus 80 plus 80. So I'm 210 rolls in. And I don't have the 3rd copy, or I don't have the 4th copy, and I do want the 4th copy. And so at this moment, if I commit now, in my opinion, if I commit now, I have to roll for the 360 breakpoint, the 360 flame gold breakpoint. If I don't want to waste my materials, yes, I could buy the matrix box, but really I have to go all the way. And yeah, I guess I have to do it because I only have 3 copies of Lyn, which is pretty bad. Okay, well actually, let's put in the 2 rolls right now. If I can somehow get Lyn, oh, the 5-star that I see on the side is me purchasing the black nucleus. Oh, I'm an idiot. Right? I keep seeing this like gold thing that appears on the left side of my screen, but that's just a black nucleus or red nucleus. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, well, we've hit the breakpoint. And yeah, so I need, in my opinion, I need you have to have 4 copies of Lyn, just because at 4 copies her skill lasts 5 seconds longer, and also like it does more damage and stuff like that. So I have to keep rolling. Oh, I feel like I have to keep rolling. And yeah, reduces my likelihood of getting Lyra, because I don't know if I'll have enough currency to roll for Lyra. But my rolls for Lyn have not been like super good. Obviously, I'm not gonna say it's bad luck, but yeah, I was like hoping for better luck. But anyways, I suppose we keep going. Yeah, I'm gonna commit to the 360 a red nucleus or flame gold breakpoint. So yeah, we'll keep going here. And I have enough. I think I have enough for 360 rolls. All right. We are gonna get a 5-star here. We've got a Meryl and a Shiro. Shiro honestly is okay. Yes, okay. So we have 4 copies of Lyn right now. And we can get 5 if we hit the 360 breakpoint. We can get 5 copies. Can I get 2 more by the time I have 360 flame gold? 2 more and I can max out Lyn. I think I would have to win this next 50-50 and get her before. Also, I was gonna mention, I've watched a lot of rolls, and I don't think I've ever seen anybody win the 50-50 or lose the 50-50 3 times in a row. I've never seen that. I've only seen like when people hit a 5-star, they always hit the 5-star, and they never hit the 5-star 3 times in a row, where like they win the 50-50. So in this case, like getting Lyn 3 times, or losing the 50-50, for example, like not getting Lyn 3 times. I've never seen that. So it's like, again, you can see with my rolls, you know, I won, or I lost the 50-50, and then I got Meryl, and then I got Lyn, and then I got Shiro, and then I got Lyn. And so like, yeah, that's kind of the pattern I've noticed. Anyways, it looks like, oh, see, the problem here is I think I'm gonna hit the breakpoint, what's it called? The 360 flame gold. I'm gonna hit that breakpoint before I hit pity on like the banner. 8 more rolls. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to do this one by one. Sorry, it's gonna take a while here. But I kinda wanna be conservative with my flame gold. Can I? Yeah, this is the part where it's like, well, I should probably just go for the 5-star. But at this point, it's like, I think I just don't have enough currency. If I get Lyn right now, and then I get Lyn, like, if I get Lyn before getting the 5-star, and then I get like, if I get Lyn before hitting the 5-star, and then I win when I get the 5-star at 80 rolls, it's Lyn again. That's the only case where I will max out the weapon. But at this case, it just doesn't look like it's gonna happen. So yeah, again, we're gonna roll 3 more rolls, and I'll perfectly hit that the 360 breakpoint, and then also I'll hit the 50-50, or not hit the 50-50, but I get a 5-star. Oh, I guess I got it early. I think we're gonna try to waste, or I think I'm gonna waste a flame gold here and just get a 5-star, because yeah, I'm like 1 roll away from getting a 5-star, and if I get Lyn, that would be pretty good. But yeah, anyways, all in all, how many rolls did I put in? 320 rolls. 320 rolls and like, yeah. What am I at? Like 5 copies? Not really that good. Yikes. So we got another Shiro. So yeah, I mean, what is that? It's not terrible. Right, realistically it's not terrible, but yeah. It's super awkward. Admittedly, it's super awkward because like so when you see the Meryl, I guess that's fine. And then the Shiro, you know. I lost what out of 5? I got 5 stars. So out of did I get 5 stars? Did I only get an early 5-star like yeah, I only got an early 5-star once. Which was Lin, which is good. But then after that I did not get an early 5-star. So yeah. I got pretty, in my opinion, that was pretty unlucky. I only got an early 5-star once out of like, you know, 4 times going to pity. And then I also lost the 50-50. You know, I got 2 out of 5, which isn't, you know, it's okay. It could be worse, but it definitely wasn't good. So yeah, I think at this point it's pretty awkward since I'm like one off from getting the weapon max, which is super awkward. So at this point, it's like, well, should I try to get this weapon max? Because I don't know if I'll have enough flame gold. Like I need, like you know what I mean, right? Like if I roll, I kind of have to be able to have enough flame gold, which is 120. And right now in my inventory, I have about like what you say, that's 30 flame gold, maybe a little bit more than 30 flame gold. So I'm like, can I get 90 more flame gold by the time Lin Banner rotates out? I mean, I could. In hindsight, looking at it, you know, 320 rolls for 5 copies isn't terrible, right? That's fine. But like, yeah, well, again, her 7th copy is like so good since you get like 2 times over skill and it does more damage, I think. It's just that I don't know if I'll be able to. It might be a waste. I might be wasting flame gold. So I honestly, just how I want to do this is I should probably just try to save up and see what I can do in the next 30 days. Can I accumulate enough rolls to like get the 120 flame gold? But yeah. Anyways, we're just gonna. Oh my! It's already been 30 minutes. This video is already 30 minutes. What the heck? I know I talked at the beginning for like 20 minutes, but I didn't expect it to be like that long. You know. But that's fine. We're enhancing it now. Let's see. This is gonna be a pretty big boost to my power, so I'm excited for this. Cause my Marrow was. I mean, my Marrow is 5 copies, but realistically, it's like a fortitude weapon, and so it gives like the fortitude buff on my main like Shiro, not Shiro, but my main like Samir and Nemesis team. And so doing this would be pretty good because it allows me to get the attack buff. You know, the attack buff increases damage and final damage, and I do lose the healing bonus. But I think that's fine, right? Alright, we're leveling this weapon up here. We're just consuming all the mats. 6 and I think I can fuse some of these, right? Get 5. Nope. Not much fusing happening here. So yeah, we'll just use 2 of these, right? And 5 of these. I have a lot of weapon max, guys. This is not a problem to max this weapon out. 9 and 9. Okay, so we're gonna use 9. We don't have 9. Perfect. Fuse. Oh, we don't have any of those. Okay. So we need 4 of these. And we need 36. I think I'm going to make another video because this video is already super long. I'll make another video where I talk about Oh, did I fumble that? I think I may have fumbled that. Oh, that's not good. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. Let's not be dumb. Fuse. Wait. Didn't I fuse that? Oh, I think I may have used the box. Fuse. And then I have none of these, right? Because I'm an idiot? Yeah. I wasted. Or I used the box on the wrong thing. Which isn't good. Because I have a bunch of those mats. The white mats. But yeah, I'll make a separate video me kind of maybe doing Phantasm Bygone. Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh golly. Do I have enough mats for this actually? Thought I would have enough mats for this, but 12. So 12 times 4 is 48. Oh, I already have a bunch of these. So let's do this first. 48 and then fuse. And this I can fuse what I had. 9. Alright. A little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 12, right? Fuse in these. Oh, I might not have enough mats. 16? 16? 16 times 4? I think I have enough actually. Because we're gonna have to dip into our other stuff. So I own 1, so it's going to be 63. I know this isn't the most funnest thing to watch, and yes, I probably should have did this in advance. But unlucky really, huh? 16? Oh my goodness. And then we just use all of these now. Actually, those boxes, I don't know where they appear. Are they in my my mailbox? Cause I got a bunch of stuff from rolling, right? Where is it? Is it? Where's like the whole rolling gift? Oh, here. Oh, claimed already. Okay. We do this. While we're here, let's do this, by the way. I got 5 currency. Will we get the Saki skin? Let's just do this before I forget on video. Yeah. I think we have enough mats to get her, or to get the weapon, at least right now, to, max level. And then, we'll just do a little bit of testing. And then I'll end the video here, because it's already getting super long. But hopefully we can see like a dead increase. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what the heck? I'm only at 5 copies. I thought I was 1 copy off from getting. I thought I was at 6 copies, but I'm actually 5 copies. Oh, that's actually kind of miserable. Even if I do hit that breakpoint of the 420, not the 420, the 120 more flame gold, I can only guarantee 1 more copy of her. So it might not even be worth rolling. Because I would need 2 copies. And what's the likelihood of getting 2 copies in 120 rolls? Oh, that's kind of miserable, huh? Anyways, we have... How many of these do we already have? We have 8. Okay. So we fuse these. Oh my goodness. Well, there goes all that. Did my CS increase? No, my CS has not increased. That's because I don't have matrices for these. So basically I'm just gonna steal. Meryl has been benched. So yeah, it's just going to commit to the Shadowweave here. Meryl's weapon has been benched. Unless I need ice. Like a sequential Bygone that has ice. Alright. CS honestly has not increased that much. Yeah. CS has not increased that much. But my crits increased to 10,000. I've passed 10,000 crit. The outfit here. Alright. Let's test on the cactus here, and I can show you what I'm talking about. And then we'll leave real quick. Can I enter this area? Yeah, I haven't done the mission yet. I'm gonna see if I can like teleport to somebody who's in there. Because people are probably going to finish the main quest. I'm like super behind on the main quest, by the way. I don't even have Maya unlocked yet. So, yeah, I might have to speed run the main quest. Oh, also, we should put on the skin. Now I'm looking at this person. I'm like, oh, I should put on the skin, huh? Oh, so my opinion.
There seems to be a lot. I knew you would
Oh, I guess we can do this.
There seems to be a lot.
So my opinion on the skin, yeah, no, not gonna say much. That's for another video if I want to like break down the skins and what my opinions are. But her one copy is okay. I personally think the skirt's a bit too small. But yeah, and I think people really like her like 3 copies or a 4 copy skin. I don't like this skin. 100% honest, I don't really like this skin. But for the sake of the video, we have to use her 3-star skin, right? Or her 4 copy skin. Even though I don't really like it, it's for the sake of the video, guys. You have to do it for the sake of the video. So yeah, we'll test on the cactus real quick, like a before and after comparison about like my damage that I'm doing, and then we'll end the video here, because yeah, it's already super long. I just kind of just rambled on a lot of this video, and yeah, kind of unfortunate with my rolls. Honestly, I'm not that happy because like I had to spend my Lyra funds, especially I have to spend my Lyra funds. Because I would have been totally content at 4 copies. Like I don't need what's it? I don't need like it's either 4 copies or 7 copies, right? Like anything in between is not really that impactful. Especially if it's 4 copies or 5 copies like me. Like I didn't even get like the 6 copy, which would have been a little bit better, right? So yeah, essentially what you do is you use her skill and it summons this realm. I don't know what this looks like on mobile. Doesn't look that good. That's pretty decent damage for me, right? Cause I guess I do have the attack buff. But yeah, you can see the duration. It's gonna last 20 seconds here, and like overall damage, are we gonna hit like see how much we're hitting here? 600,000. Like that's not bad. But usually what I do is, I'm just doing this. I mean, this is what I'm just doing, you know, if I want to push out damage here. And so let's see how long this takes, you know, how long this lasts. So I use the skill, and then I use this, and it looks like, you know, takes about 17 seconds. I do like 1.5 million damage. Like, okay. Now let's pair it together. You know, oh, I guess we can see how much the burst does. The elemental burst. The discharge. Alright. I don't know if this moves. I think this stays in one place though. 140, yeah, not that much damage here. So like, you know, if you're doing a lot of other damage, you know, you can go ahead and skip that. Her normal attacks do a lot of damage though. Like these are all over 10k, you see that? And then for this, oh yeah, her cold attacks they don't do that much damage. But I think that's more of like for shattering. But anyways, let's do this. Oh, I guess I have to kind of get rid of this. So let's do a combo, right? The combo would be we summon the field, and then we go ahead and use this, and then we do some of this. So right now my stamina consumption should be a lot less. So that's gonna be super good. Yeah, you can see like I'm not even halfway through my stamina here, and like yeah, so we get a lot more helicopter going on here. Because after 20 seconds, yeah, after 20 seconds, the field is gone. I mean, hey, that's not bad, right? If we're looking at this, like 3.5 million is not that bad. And then yeah, because of the cooldown being 30 seconds or lasting 20 seconds, I basically have it already. But another thing that I want to do, right? Do this. Holy crap! Oh my goodness! Infinite charges here. I ain't losing any charge. So the enemy is like infinitely slow, right? When I'm in this field, like if I'm being like support, yeah, I just get infinite heals here. Not infinite heals, but basically infinite dashes. So I can infinitely slow the enemy down. So that's super strong. Because before, like if I'm not in the field, right, it consumes it, and so I'll eventually run out, right? Like I can't dash right now, but with the field I can consistently dash. It's super strong. Yeah, I can like basically indefinitely do this, which is super good again for healing and for slowing down the enemy. So like if I'm gonna be supporting, this is how I do it, right? Well, I am running out of the dashes. But yeah, you see that, like just infinitely slowed while I'm in the field. Super strong. But anyways, we'll actually test out the damage and the shattering later, but I just want to kind of get that out of the way. Pretty cool. I'm liking it. I'm liking Lyra, or not Lyra, Lyn. And like again, because I'm a Volt main, now that I have Lyn, I have a chance at like other content in the game, right? I can use her with like Meryl and Coco Ritter for like a frost team, or I can use it with like Lyn with like King's weapon, or like Zero's weapon, and then all of a sudden that's like the flame team I can use, and then I can use Lyn's weapon with like Shiro, and hopefully I can get Lyra, right, and then that would be like my physical team. So yeah, pretty good. But anyway, thank you for watching, and next time we will actually test out Lyn and Bygone, and we'll see how that goes. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.